This is the last time that we are meeting before before the APUSH exam on Friday. Before I forget, I will say this again at the end. Good luck tomorrow for AP Chem. I'm super proud of you guys, but I just have a couple announcements before we get officially started on today's stuff. So tomorrow, there is no APUSH class that is required. However, if you are a junior that does not take AP Chem, you are still required to be here from 10 to 11 tomorrow. It will go towards your Zoom engagement tracker grade, and it is, so it is going to affect your grade if you are an 11th grader that is not taking the AP Chem class tomorrow, the AP Chem test tomorrow, and it is going to be focused on doing, so you are going to be graded. You need to be here from 10 to 11 if you are not taking the AP Chem test. Next, there is going to be a required class on Friday from 9 to 10 a.m. where we are going to do some quick content review that will hopefully make starting the test as easy as possible on Friday. And I will also be on Zoom from 8 to 9 and then 10 to 12. We are going to have 12 to 1 as a break for you guys to get some rest. But if you have last minute things that you want to go over, office hour questions, I will be on Zoom for that entire time. So 8 to 9 and 10 to 12 with the mandatory class from 9 to 10. Yes, Jade.
Tomorrow is the mandatory class from 9 to 10?
Sorry, what was that, Jade?
You said tomorrow is the mandatory class from 9 to 10?
Friday. You have no other classes tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
If you are taking AP Chem. If you are not taking AP Chem, you still have to go to all your classes. So if you are a junior taking either pre-AP Bio or pre-AP Chem, you are still required to do your normal school schedule tomorrow. It's only AP Chem 11th graders that have tomorrow just to focus on AP Chem. Yes, Isis.
Okay. Are 9 to 10. What are we doing from 10 till the test? Do we still have Zoom calls that we have to go to?
No, from 10 to 12, that is your opportunity to do any review that you want to or need to. That is why I am going to be on Zoom from 10 to 12 to go over content, context, whatever we have concerns about. I will be on Zoom doing office hours from 10 to 12. But from 10 to 12, that's where I would hope that you guys, if you're not on here with me, that you just have like crash course videos going on in the background, doing any types of revisions or whatever that you want to do. So you should be working, but that's why it's mandatory from 9 to 10. But if you want to be with me to go over content, please join me from 10 to 12. That's going to be a much better use of your time. However, it's not like required is the thing. It's highly encouraged. And just as a heads up, even though we are taking the AP test on Friday, there is still going to be class on Monday. We'll go over that later. We'll go over that Friday after the exam because that's not important. But just as a heads up, just because the test is on Friday doesn't mean that you're done with APUSH on Friday. Great. Any questions about what is expected of you tomorrow or Friday? Great. One last announcement. I extended the extra credit DBQ deadline to tomorrow at 8 p.m. So that way tonight you aren't trying to shove in an APUSH DBQ when you should be reviewing and prepping for AP Chem in case you wanted to do it. So I just wanted to make sure that you have the opportunity to still do that extra credit. It is going to be the last extra credit that I offer. So I highly recommend doing it. Great. Let's go ahead and get started on today's class. This is how today is going to work. We are going to be working on our timing and just reviewing as many documents as possible because we don't know what tests we're going to get on Friday, and we're going to do our best to be as prepared as possible. So there are, in this class packet, 2 sets of documents and 2 planning pages. You are going to have 18 minutes to go through the first set of documents and create a planning page. When that 18 minutes is up, I'm going to pause us, move us on to the second round of practice, and you will have 18 minutes to complete that. That is all we are working on today, is planning and making sure that our timing is good to go for Friday. Any questions about what we're doing? Great. Because I want us to all be working as diligently as possible, I am going to be cold calling some of you guys to hear where you are at in terms of your completion. So at certain points, starting in like 5 minutes, you might hear me say, Eddie, where are you at in your annotations? And then I would expect Eddie to like chat me privately. This is where I'm at. So this is so this way I can check to see how our pacing is going. And so that way I can give you guys that cold call credit. So please keep your ears open for that. Any other questions? There was no question. Great. Chat me if you have any questions about the documents or what is required. I am putting 18 minutes on the clock to do the first set of documents and the planning page. Yes, Erica. Sorry, what was that, Erica? It just cut out.
Is it okay if we write it on paper?
Yes, you can either do the annotations on the document itself, or you can handwrite like you, as always. I did put the since and the significant statement underneath the documents instead of on the separate planning page, because you guys vocalized to me that that's a little harder when we are doing the digital planning page. So those annotations are directly under the document, or the spots for those annotations are directly under the documents again. Great. We have 18 minutes on the clock. I will start asking you guys individually where you're at in the next 5 minutes. 18 minutes, keep yourself moving, and I will give you timing prompts. Go ahead and get started. You have 12 minutes left on this round. You should be getting ready to be on document 3 or document 4. Remember, listen for your name when I cold call and tell me where your pacing is at. Just privately chat me where you are at in terms of your annotations. Anthony, can you let me know where you are at, please? Anthony and Maddie, can you tell me where you guys are at?
I texted you.
I just got it. Sorry about that, Anthony. Thank you. Yamani and Janaya, can you tell me where you are at, please? You have 9.5 minutes left. You should only be spending another 2 minutes on your annotations. So you should be on document 5. Ziara and Jamal, can you tell me where you are at? Jamal and Tisa, can you tell me where you guys are at in terms of your pacing, please? You have 6 minutes left. You should be on your planning page. If you're not on your planning page, finish whatever document you're on and move to the planning. Four more minutes should be in your chart or writing your or practicing with your thesis. All of your brainstorming should be done. 2 more minutes. Merits to Isis for using all 5 documents in her chart. Great. Go ahead and pause wherever you are at. What was the hardest part, I'll take hands, of getting through this set in 18 minutes? Yes, Dwayne.
Mine's the documents. Like, yeah, I didn't get through all the documents. I got through most of them, but not all of them.
Good. Okay, so something that I want to point out for those of you guys that have issues with documents but are good writers. If you write an amazing essay only using 2 documents, if you look at the rubric, you can get 8 out of 10 points. You can only use 2 documents and still get 8 out of 10. If that's the big thing, if you use 2 pieces of outside evidence perfectly, you write 2 perfect sense statements for those 2 documents, and your thesis in your context is great. So there are some contingencies. You have to have a really, really thorough essay, but in theory, you only need 2 documents. And let's say you're crushed for time. If you only get through your introduction and 1 body paragraph, that is still 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 points. So a typical body paragraph, as we've mentioned, has 2 documents, 1 sense statement, and 1 outside evidence. You get the points for referencing 2 documents, you get the point for using 2 documents to support an argument, plus your outside evidence, plus your sense statement, plus your introduction, so thesis and context. So if you only get through an introduction and a body paragraph, if you're hitting all of those things, you could still pass the AP exam by only writing an introduction and a body paragraph. Do you want to just do that and then give it up and say, okay, it's been a day? No, because you don't know for sure that your sense statement was perfect or that your outside evidence was perfect. So obviously we want to write as many sense statements as possible to try to guarantee us that point. We want to use as many pieces of outside evidence as possible to make sure we get those 2 points. But use the rubric to your strengths. So if getting through the documents and comprehending the documents is really hard, focus on getting through your annotations and being like, oh wait, I really understand this document 1, perfect. you move on to document 2 and you have no idea what that person is saying, just stop and move on to document 3 and see how the rest of the documents go. Don't waste your time trying to understand documents that you do not understand, and try to find the ones that you can use to support an argument to get as many points as possible. Does anybody have any questions about that? Great. We are now going to pause and go on to the next set of documents. That way we can leave right at 10:50. The one announcement that I want to give again is something I forgot, but I'm going to make an announcement on Google Classroom about my hours on Friday. So, oh, my other announcement is tomorrow, you have the AP Chem. AP Chem is priority tomorrow. But after you take the AP Chem test, and once that's off your plate, if you would still like tutoring from me from 3:30 to 4 or even after 4 o'clock, please reach out to me and I will get on Zoom for you. So I know like Chem is the priority tomorrow, but if you take the Chem test and you're like, okay, now I need to switch to APUSH, please let me know and I will still come on Zoom for you from like 3:30 to 4:30 even. Or even like, if you guys need me tomorrow to start reviewing Thursday night for the exam on Friday, I am here and I'm ready to do it. Just please advocate and reach out to me. We are in the home stretch. I know that we're exhausted, but this is the priority right now. This is the, APUSH is the priority from the time you submit AP Chem tomorrow to the time you submit APUSH on Friday. Okay, I'll get off my pedestal. We have 18 minutes on the clock. Final set of annotations and planning pages. Listen for me for a cold call. Once you submit this set, you are free to go. 18 minutes now. I'm going to start cold calling in just 2 minutes. To keep on your pacing, you should be moving on to document 2. Please update me with where you're at, Lauren. I forgot to include the spots for annotations for document 2. Even if it's a picture, still include your POV, historical context, sense, and significance statement. In 5 minutes, you should be about halfway done with your documents. Everybody should be working on the next set of documents. Just under 12 minutes left. Please let me know where you are at, Janiqua and Erica. You have 10 minutes left. You should be switching to document 5 very shortly. Please let me know where you are at, Adriana and Ariana. Please let me know where you are at, Cedric and Jade. You have just under 8 minutes. Try to finish up your documents and move on to your planning page. Merits to Ariana for responding to my feedback in real time. You have 4 minutes left. You should be in deep in your planning. Eddie and Adarius, can you let me know where you are at, please? 2.5 minutes left. One minute left. Okay. 10 seconds, go ahead and finish up.
Are we turning in both of them?
Yes, you are turning in your annotations and you're planning for both of them. Great, we are done for the day. Please make sure you submit that assignment for credit for class today. As a reminder, AP Chem exam tomorrow is the priority, but I will be on Zoom by request after you guys finish your reflection at 3:45 tomorrow to 5:30. So I'm gonna extend my work hours tomorrow so I can help you guys out if you want me to go over some stuff before you get started on your own personal studying tomorrow. So please reach out and schedule that time with me for tomorrow night. If not, I will see you guys hopefully at 3:20 today for my office hours. We're almost there, but we got to prioritize our office hours times. So I will see you guys later, and I will see some of you guys tomorrow. Remember, if you are not taking the AP Chem tomorrow test tomorrow, you are required to be here at 10 a.m. Awesome. Have a wonderful rest of your day, you guys.